Hola people, how is everyone doing today? I hope that you all having a great and wonderful day. Today I am actually re-recording a video that I've already recorded once. I was doing a ajcrimson try on video, and yeah, I completely didn't record the whole front half of the video where I explain the products and try them on. So yeah. So today I am going to retry the products. So this will no longer be a first impressions. This will now be my third time that I've worn this foundation, and I have a little bit more thoughts on how to actually go about using it rather than how I did it before. Before, I was doing it exactly how the instructions he had given us from the masterclass that I took with him. Oh, by the way, if you don't know who ajcrimson is, pause, go Google him and come back and see just how great and awe-inspiring and just a wonderful person that he is. He is a self-taught makeup artist. He's a black man. He's been in the makeup industry for over, I think he said 10 or 15 years now. He's worked with Pat McGrath. He's been Christina Milian makeup artist for like the longest time. So he has quite a reputation. He is basically one of the best makeup artists that are black of our time, which is fantastic. So today I'm gonna go ahead and go through a little bit of product review of what he offers, and I have a color corrector. I have four different foundations that we're gonna go ahead and look at, and I have a lipstick, and I'm also gonna be incorporating some little tidbits maybe from Danessa Meyerix or Pat McGrath as well, just so we can have it kind of mostly be black owned brands. And so just to get into ajcrimson, I originally got interested in his brand when if you guys don't know, there is a YouTube series now called Behind the Beauty, and it is a series that was started by Kelsey Brianna J, my homegirl Kinky Sweat Alicia, and another really great woman, Glam Girl Chelsea. So these three wonderful women have been interviewing people behind the scenes who are either brand owners, makeup artists, or people who are just in general who work in the beauty industry. Every week they have a new person. It's really cool, really fun. They do a live where they have like the four of them up on the same screen at the same time on YouTube, and the audience is able to interact and ask questions. And it's real just laid back and chill. ajcrimson stuff was kind of sold out on different places, so I actually ended up ordering things from 3 different stores. I ordered the peach corrector from his place, and there's already little smudge marks, but this is what it looks like here. And this is the 102 deep peach corrector, and it just has a little information on the back here, and it's a plastic, and I'm gonna, it's not my favorite packaging. The packaging is very pretty, but you can get smudges on it. It does have a mirror, which is great, but it is a little light, and I've had some issues sometimes when I'm trying to open the hinge here, but otherwise it's really nice. And this retails for, I believe, $45 and now. So when I bought it at his store, and it was really cool, he got a little postcard, and it was a handwritten note on the inside there, so I really enjoyed that. He was really cool. And the other great thing about him is that he's really open to people DMing him. So he said, if you want to know like what your shade match is supposed to be, then just go ahead and DM him with a picture, and he'll be able to tell you like, hey, this is what your shade should be, this is what your highlight shade should be, this is what your contour shade should be. And he's giving all that information out freely, which was so awesome. And the proceeds to all of his master classes that are normally like thousands of dollars was like $20 or $30 for like the 2 master classes, and all the proceeds went to the charities. So I'll link his charities down below, because I think that was just awesome how he did that as well. He's just an all-around good guy. Let's see, then on Friends Beauty, so his numbering system for his foundation start from 1 being the fairest and 8 being the darkest, and I believe there are half shades in between as well. 8 is from my understanding, he says that 8 is the darkest foundation that exists right now. There are some brands that are close, but his number 8 foundation, I guess to date, is the darkest, deepest foundation shade that exists on the market for black women. So he said that I would be at number 4. So this is what a refill comes in, just like this. It is $25 for a refill, and you can buy like a 6-pack palette that you can pop them in and out, because he has kits that you can buy. So you can either customize a kit, you buy a one, like the fair kit, the tan kit, and then the deep dark kit, and it comes with little 6 ones in there. I think those are like $150 maybe. So you would get that, and I know this looks small, not like a lot of product, but you only need the tiniest bit because this is highly pigmented. So that's just one thing to be aware of. And then I went to Marjani. Oh no, and then what was the other thing I got from? I bought a lipstick right here. These are super beautiful. And I got this in, it's called Subculture, and it is a like 90s nudie, salt and pepper era type of nudie lipstick, like from back in the day. So super cute. I did find that when I wore this the last time, it is a little too nude for me, so I definitely have to use a lip liner for this one, but it has like a nice peachy undertone, which is really nice, so I did enjoy that. Then I went to Marjani, which is a site that sells all black owned beauty brands, and I don't know what I did with the information card, but I'll pop it up here. But the brand owner was super nice. She also sent me an email to let me know how my shipment was going, and then sent me a card as well that was handwritten to say that she hopes that I find my perfect match. If not, she would help me and assist me in any way that she could, and I thought that was really awesome considering she was the brand owner. So you can buy foundation samples from her site. So I bought some samples for him, for Janessa Myers, Marlena Boutte, and Hugh Noir. So they're all $2 each, so I just bought like a bunch from each so I can try them out, because I just, you know, for highlight contour, I don't want to invest like a $45 for something that I'm not sure I'm going to even use. But he told me that 4 would be my shade, peach would be my corrector, 2 would be my highlight, and he said 6 would be my contour. Well, I got 5 just in case 4 was not quite deep enough for me, and I also got 5 in case 6 was too deep for my contour. So we have those there, and I have played around with these as well. The other thing is you definitely would need a mixing palette for this, just because you need to really work these products into the brush. It's just what I found like the easiest way to do that. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put my eye cream on, and I'll be right back. All right, so my eyes are done. I currently have on Pat McGrath's Divine Rose 2. So I am currently doing a 2 or 3 looks 1 palette, so that should be up soon. But my first impressions of the Pat McGrath palette is already on my channel, and I'll link it one of these places up here and down below. All right, okay. AJ suggested the way that you use his foundation creams are to start with correcting first, then doing your highlighting, then doing your contouring, then doing your foundation. Now, of course, you can do whatever you want, but these were the ways that he suggested and showed us how he did it in the masterclass. He also suggested that you use a kind of fluffy blush brush instead of a traditional foundation brush, and a sponge. So I did that the first couple times. Like I said, I've worn this twice already, and when it comes to doing my corrector, I don't like it for that, and I don't like it for the highlighting either. I do like it for the all over contour and for doing your foundation all over. I think it looks beautiful because you can do light layers like he suggests that you build up, instead of putting all that coverage on your skin all at once, right? So what I think I'm going to do this time is do my peach corrector, use my fingers, and then use a sponge to tap it in, and then do the same thing for the concealer, which is going to be the number 2. I will put swatches on the screen for the 2, 4, 5, 6, and the peach corrector right over here, so that you guys can see what they all look like. Just for reference, let's see, I have, so these are my correctors that I currently use. This is the Sephora Bright Future corrector, and this is in the shade Orange Deep. This is the Becca under eye corrector, and this is in the pink one, I believe. This is the e.l.f. corrector, and this is in the deep skin tone one. That's what it says at the bottom. And then I have the peach corrector from LA Girl. So I'll also put up comparison swatches if you were curious for those. I do think that I like the deepness of this for how my under eye circles look. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and take my spatula and my palette and put just a tiny bit of the corrector on there, and then use that to work it in with my fingers. And this way we keep everything hygienic and I don't have to worry about contamination, because these are cream products. So I took out about that much, just put it on my palette like that. And then what I'm gonna do is take that amount here, there's the difference. So you can definitely see the difference. And I put a little bit too much because you can see like I'm trying to blend away the excess, so that was a little bit too much. That's why I mean, like, you need the very, very smallest amount, and that's why I was happy to get the full size of this, because if it ended up working for me, then I go through corrector more than foundations, because I'm always switching foundations, but you know, I use corrector pretty frequently. All right, so that's one eye. I'm gonna go ahead, and this is the new makeup eraser sponge, y'all. It is so squishy. I love it. I love this. This is the kind you can just throw in the washer machine, which is pretty cool. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pounce that in just a little bit, just to make sure we get some of the excess off. Big difference, big difference. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. I'll be right back. All right, so I just concealed and talked a whole bunch and realized I wasn't recording again. I have got to get better at this. This is driving me crazy, but okay. So as you can see, so this side just has the corrector on it. This side has the corrector with the #2 concealer over top of it, and you can see that there's a drastic difference. Even though the peach corrector is definitely covering my darkness underneath my eyes, you can see here that it's just smoothed out that area. It just, right? Look at that. Ooh, it looks so good. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead, and so basically what I did was I took a small amount of my spatula, put it on the palette, taking a Luxie 250 large eye blending brush. I use this for concealer because this looks way too big to be a blending brush for me, but I am taking that here, and then he always says to start down a little bit lower when you have the product on your brushes, and then work your way up. And just smooths out beautifully. Right, guys, look at that. Looks nice. I'm gonna take my sponge and just tap over top of it just a little bit, just to take away some of the heaviness. Look at that. My skin looks beautiful. Ooh, and I haven't even put the foundation on yet. That's just my under eyes. People always say I don't have dark under eyes until they see me with my eyes concealed, and then they're just like, oh wait. I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought. All right, so for this next part, I am going to use my #4. Oh, excuse me, I'm going to contour. So he goes, again, correct, conceal, and then contour. So I'm going to go ahead and do the contour, and I'm going to use the blush brush this time, and I'm just going to pull out a little bit, just like I've been doing before. All right. Yeah, you can already see the difference right there. So that's with like no foundation still, guys. That's just the corrector, concealer, and now the contour. And then now we're gonna go ahead and put our little bit of foundation on. Okay, and again, I'm gonna use the same brush and just work that into my brush. And then just going to I feel like it's still a little bit too deep. I could definitely probably go to a 3 or just add more of the 2 and mix it. I could have definitely done that. All right, though, that is with everything blended in. I am gonna take the sponge and just pounce over it a little bit. So it does get creasy under your eyes because again, this is a cream. So you do have to work in light layers like he suggests. And then he also has a trick for how you do the powder, but I'm not gonna do that. So I'm going to insert Erica from a couple of days ago when she did this, because she did the powder trick, and that Erica is gonna show you how it goes. And while she does that, I'll go ahead and work on the rest of my face and be back. This powder, and wherever you want to powder, you press it in with the napkin, and this will set your foundation, concealer, whatever, without making it too powdery. Like, look at that. Big difference from that side to that side. Can you see how matte that is? It feels set, but it doesn't look dry. Oh, it's so beautiful. See how it sets it, but it still leaves the radiance? Dope. All right, so the eyes and eyebrows all done. I have on my blush. I don't have any highlighter. I just have on Natashadenona's Bloom Blush and Glow palette, which I wore the first time that I wore this foundation, and I think it pairs together really, really well. He doesn't have any blushes or highlighters in his line, but he does have multi-purpose lipsticks, lip glosses, matte lipsticks that you can use all over the eye, face, and body, because he is if I didn't say it in the beginning, he is vegan friendly, because even though there aren't any animal products in his thing, there's beeswax, so that's kind of a controversial thing on whether that is considered vegan or not vegan. So he has a label as vegan friendly, and I've seen a lot of brands do that who have natural ingredients, because his, instead of it being like an oil based or whatever, everything is beeswax, and each one is hand poured individually. Pan is going to be different, not one is going to look the same, which is something to take note of, just in case that you guys were concerned about consistency or whatever. Everything is consistent ingredient wise, but being poured out is going to be like the difference. So now we just have the lipstick. So I am going to put the lipstick on by itself just so you can see how it looks. Like I said, it is a little bit too pale for me. Beautiful color, Subculture. And they do have a vanilla smell to them, which is, I don't like vanilla, but it's not off-putting, so I don't mind it. And even though I did not powder my skin this time, the reason why is because I felt like it looked a little dry as the day wore on, and I don't think I did any updates at the end of that day, but I felt like after a couple of hours, even though like my oils should have kind of gone through a little bit, I felt like that wasn't the case, and that could be the powder that I was using. Normally I use McGrath's under eye blurring powder as a face powder, and that one just looks really beautiful and smooth. And even though I did look smooth after using that powder technique that he gave me, after a couple of hours I just still felt like my skin looked kind of dry, and I didn't like that. I'd rather have like a dewy radiant glow, and I don't mind it, even though I am combination skin. So again, this is the lipstick right here, and so as you can see, that is beautiful peachy color, but it is a little bit too nude for me in my complexion. They're so creamy though. They're matte lipsticks, but they're super creamy. And the model who was doing part of the masterclass with him, because it was all during Zoom, so you know he was instructing her through the Zoom window. She took, you know, the lipstick that she was wearing, she rubbed that on her cheeks, blended it all in, put it on her eyes. So it was really good to see that you could use these products to your eyes, lips, and cheeks, just like Vanessa Meyer's color fixes, where you can use them eye, lips, or cheeks. So yeah, that's what it looks like without the lip liner. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put the lip liner. So that is with the lip liner, and I think that that is a much more toned down and appropriate nude for me. But I think that is all that we're gonna do to the face. So thoughts. I really enjoy his foundation. I like that it's versatile enough that it can be this really dewy, natural looking foundation. And if you want to powder it, then it becomes nice and silky smooth, but still have some radiance to it. So that's always really great. I just love how you can just see that I look healthy, I look youthful. I think my skin looks really beautiful. I look dewy, not greasy, and I like that a lot. The color corrector, my favorite thing. This is the perfect pH corrector for my skin tone and for my pigmentation of under eyes. So I'm really happy with this. This hopefully will last me a while, but for $45, I would gladly repurchase this every year. And I'm not sure what the shelf life is. It doesn't say here. On here, I will go on his website and pop it up, and I'm not sure if it's a 12-month shelf life or if it's a 2-year shelf life. I don't remember, and don't recall him telling us that. If he did, I just don't remember. The lipsticks are really nice. I really wanted to get, he has this purple, like metallic matte lipstick, and I really wanted to get that. They had it in like the gloss, but I didn't want a metallic gloss. I wanted a matte lipstick so that I could, you know, use it as a liner if I wanted to. So I think I'm gonna pick that up when that gets back in stock, and pick up another color of the lipsticks. The only thing is, it's kind of hard to tell like what the colors are because there's no models modeling any of the lipsticks. So I wish that if I had like any criticism to his website's really nice and awesome. There's like, you know, information on there about if you're going to become affiliated with them, makeup tips. He also is going to be doing consultations online through Zoom that you can do with him if you want to set that up. So that's pretty cool. And again, like I said, if you always want to DM him, he's really super awesome. He checks his DMs, like actually checks his DMs, and will have a conversation with you about what it is that your concerns are, and you know, blase. So I thought that was really good because, you know, a lot of these big brands don't have time to do that, you know, or they have customer service people who do that for them, and he is more than willing to be, you know, that person to kind of help you out on your journey of whatever makeup products that you want to get. So, you know, he is a pro makeup brand. His products are geared toward pro makeup artists, but these products can be used by the everyday person. It just depends on how you want to do your makeup application. Would I do this every day? No. It is a little bit more time consuming than just throwing on a foundation like this really quickly. Oops. Throwing a foundation on really quickly like that. So it is a little bit more that you have to do, but again, you know, it's not really made for the average consumer. It's made for makeup artists to mix and have these different, you know, things to be able to match a wide range of skin tones. So maybe if you're that person who has a hard time finding your shade, maybe he has one, because like I said, I believe he has half shades, because I swore I saw like a 4.5, so like a 4, 4.5, and a 5. So, you know, I think he has a shade for everyone. If not, get 2 refills and mix them together, or go to Marjani and get some samples and see what it is that you would like to do. Those little samples are gonna last me a while because, like I said, it's super pigmented. A little bit goes a long way. And even though I haven't set my face does not really actually feel tacky at all. There's no transfer. There's no transfer coming off of it. So to me, I would feel comfortable, maybe not like on a 90 or 100 degree weather day doing this, but I will feel comfortable going outside like this, no problem, and going about my day. I do believe his powder, I've heard really good things about it. I personally was not interested in another powder because I hardly use the powders that I have. But I heard that if you set this cream foundation with his powder, it makes is foundation water resistant or waterproof, one or the other. So I thought that that was really cool to know as well. So all you ladies in the summertime, you're looking for some summer-proof things to go to the pool, if you're going to the beach. Well, a lot of us not going to many places, but you guys know what I mean. If you're looking for something that's gonna hold up to humidity and sweat and all that stuff, then this might be the thing for you, because again, this is made to be used like on movie sets and television sets and you know, music videos, those type of things. So it has to hold up underneath that, you know, bright lights and all that different things. So I think that would be great. So I think the color match is maybe a touch too dark for me. But I think when I blend it with the number 2 and the number 5, I think that it looks nice. You can't really tell. So I think it's not bad. I really hope that, you know, people will start to give his brand more recognition, because people always say, oh, you know, he used to have a storefront, and he goes into why he didn't have a storefront. I'll link the live below of why he stopped doing that. And people are talking about, you know, oh, you know, they like him and they want to support him, but you know, X, Y, and Z and X, Y, and Z, but you know, they can't compete with the Sephoras and even the Fenties, who are backed by, you know, Kindle and everything. You know, as a small black business, they have to kind of, you know, do things in stages and small steps and take their time with their products to make sure that it's good quality and that they can produce it, and that there's a need for it. Like, there has to be a market. Someone has to be willing to buy it. And if we're spending all this money at these Sephoras, at the Ultas, for these Italian brands and these French brands and all these other brands, we need to be able to spend our same coin on our black brands as well. We need to show our support with our pocketbooks, not just with our mouths, but also with our pocketbooks, just like we do for anything else. Otherwise, I think that's it. So I hope that you like this video. I know that it's a little bit all over the place because I record part of it and then it got deleted, and so you see parts kind of jumping in and out. But otherwise, I really love this. I am happy to have it. I think, to me, this is more like I'll be using this on like a special occasion. Like, to me, my face looks flawless, and the work that I put into it, I want someone to see this. Like, I want to go somewhere. I feel like, you know, if I have a Zoom meeting or a Zoom interview or something that's gonna be coming up, this will definitely be the foundation that I will be picking for that, because you cannot deny how flawless and beautiful that finish is. I mean, this is just beautiful. So yeah, so I hope you guys like this video, and I hope that you'll stay around and subscribe, and join our little family here. Not too many followers, but the followers I do have, I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting on my videos. It's really been awesome. I do have a Danessa Myricks video that's going to be coming up. I also have just a black owned brands video that's going to be a mishmash of different brands all together in one video. I have a clean beauty video coming up. So lots of goodies are going to be popping up here in the near future. But otherwise, please don't forget to subscribe and like and share with your friends. And leave a comment down below and let me know which video you would like to see next. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.